Good morning. I hope everyone's having an amazing day today. I'm Justin Greathouse. This is my morning walk. Thank you for joining me. If you're checking me out on YouTube or listening on a podcast, either way, be sure and let me know, leave a comment, and let me know if there's anything you like, don't like, what I can improve on. I appreciate any of that feedback. If this is your first time joining us, then this is me going on my morning walk, just talking about things that I'm thinking about, things that are on my mind, or something that I'm learning right now. So there will be some background noise. There might be cars driving by, and there'll be some camera shake just because it's me holding my phone. You will see me looking around from time to time, either at the road because I am walking on the road, I don't want to get hit by a car, or at my notes because I do maintain some notes that I try and keep track of so I don't lose where I'm at or start rambling off in circles. So thank you again for joining us. Let's get walking. So today I want to talk about recharging your batteries, and I think that that's something that a lot of people don't do, and I think that that's a cause of a lot of issues both on a personal level and a mental health level. So I think that a lot of people's stress in their life can be boiled down to more or less not recharging their batteries, not taking time out for themselves. Or I know in the military, when I was in, a lot of people tend to indulge all of their free time in recharging their batteries and not on the other side of personal development, working on new skills, learning new things, improving your mindset. So a lot of people will either not recharge their batteries at all, or they will use the activities to recharge their batteries as a form of escape, and they will spend hours and hours and hours every single day doing some activity that recharges their batteries but allows them to escape the world that they live in and the stress that they are under or the anxiety that they're feeling. And that's not good either. The issue with escapism is those stressors don't go away, and so when you spend all of your time unplugging from them, when you come back they hit you a lot harder, versus if you just do a couple hours a week of something that allows you to recharge your batteries, but you spend other time working on your personal development, the things that are actually stressing you, overcoming your obstacles, you will notice your life is 1,000 times better than going home and playing video games for 8 hours a night or whatever it is. So, but anyway, I'm starting to diverge. So the main thing with learning to recharge your batteries is this isn't something that you need to do every day. Now, you can find, and I do recommend finding, little things that you can do for 5-10 minutes here and there that will recharge your batteries throughout the day. You know, you work for a couple hours, take 10 minutes to relax and do something, play a Sudoku puzzle or read a couple pages in a book, anything that kind of refocuses you and clears your head. These are bigger activities. You want to do them, 1-2 days a week, ideally a total of 2 hours or more a week. And then you'll notice significant improvements in your mental health, your stress, your anxiety, your focus, a lot of things. So 2 hours per week is your goal, at least for getting started. Once you start to really focus on these things, you'll notice how much free time you actually have. You might be able to commit some more. Now, no one can tell you what recharges your batteries. You can have lots of different things that you enjoy. You can have things that you enjoy but they drain you emotionally. I know I have stuff like that I have a really good time doing, but they drain me, and so it's not like I could do that every day, because that's the opposite. It's not recharging my batteries, it's depleting them. So very personal to you, very individualized with what you enjoy, what recharges your batteries, and what helps you refocus and recenter on your life. Now, there's a lot of talk about introvert versus extrovert, And there's a lot of misconception around what it means to be an introvert and an extrovert. Now, a lot of people think being an introvert means you hate social situations. You don't like to get together with people. You don't like to be surrounded by people. You don't get enjoyment out of group activities. And that's not true at all. A lot of introverts like social situations. They like being around people, but their battery is recharged alone. And so people get it in their head where, oh, I'm not an introvert because I love being around people and doing these fun experiences. And that's not true at all. If you feel better after spending an hour or two alone by yourself, then you're probably more of an introvert than an extrovert. And so a lot of people have that misconception about being an introvert is somebody who likes to spend all their time alone and hates crowds and hates people and hates groups. And that's not the case at all. I consider myself a major introvert, but I still like to go out and get together with friends, have a bonfire, go camping, get outside, go hiking, barbecue, anything like that. So, but I've found where my batteries get recharged is doing things alone. Some things that work for me are like gardening, painting, playing tennis, which is with somebody else, but you're typically one-on-one, spread out, so it's still a relatively solitary thing. And then hiking. I enjoy hiking with people, but I also enjoy hiking by myself and being able to go my own pace and take my own time and stop and take pictures. So, on the other hand, an extrovert doesn't necessarily mean that they hate being alone. It just means that they like, or their batteries recharge in group settings rather than solo settings. So if you're an extrovert, you want to try and find activities to recharge your batteries that are more group oriented rather than being by yourself. And that's a pretty simple thing to kind of figure out about yourself. You can kind of look back, and you can even think about it in the context of a social gathering like a party. Now, if when you get to the party, you are feeling relatively energetic, and about halfway through the party or a couple hours in, you're just feeling kind of drained, you still are enjoying being there and you're still having a fun time, but your energy levels are going down, you're probably on the introvert side. Whereas you get to the party and you're feeling kind of lethargic, your day's been dragging on, but now you've got all these people, your energy levels start to go up, you start to get more excited, and then through the night, you're having an amazing time, you're energetic, you're inspired, you don't want to go home at the end of the night, you might be on the extrovert side. And so it's all personal to you, and you may be somewhere kind of in the middle where small social groups may be recharge your batteries, but if there's too many people, it could be too much, bring you back down. So if you're an extrovert, things like going dancing, going to a bar, playing a group team sport like softball or basketball or soccer, taking a group class, going to a barbecue, those could be like really good things. If you're an introvert, things like painting, reading, listening to music, going hiking, sitting on the beach, things like that are really good for recharging your batteries. So what I would like you to do is at some point today, sit down and just brainstorm 5 ideas of things that you could do that you know you enjoy, even if you're not good at them. I love art, but I'm not a great painter. But sit back, think about 5 things that you could do that recharge your batteries and refresh your mind. Then what I want you to do is figure out when you can do them and build your schedule around the activities. A lot of people that have activities that they love, they fit them in if there's downtime, but there's almost never downtime. So people very rarely get to do all of these things that they love to do. So instead of filling in your time gaps with the things you love to do, put the things you love to do first, and then fill in your schedule around those things. Like I said, it doesn't need to be more than 2 total hours a week. So it could be 2 hours on a Saturday, or it can be an hour on a Monday and an hour on a Thursday. Whatever works for you and your time commitments. But you should be able to pretty much figure out how to fit in 2 hours a week of something that you love. Guarantee. My recommendation with those 5 is think of some things that work really well when the weather is really nice. You can be outside, but also think of things that you can do when the weather's not nice. Things that you can do inside, or things that are not affected by the weather, or things that you can go outside and do in the rain. Like for me, hiking, I can do that in the rain. I have rain gear. Sometimes the trails aren't the best, so you gotta know where you're going so you're not walking through a mud pit, or putting yourself in a bad situation where you could get hurt. But you can definitely figure out activities that you can do in all weather circumstances, and that way you've already blocked off your time. The weather's not what you were expecting, you can do one of your other activities. Simple as that. Couple ideas besides the ones I mentioned earlier for things that make a good recharge battery activity. Things like video games, meditating, lawn care, pool care, car maintenance, or motorcycle maintenance, depending on, if you're a motorcycle person or a car person. Calling a friend, having a long conversation, working on your self-care, whether that be a self-spa routine, going to a spa, getting a massage, getting your nails done, spending an hour just doing some makeup, whatever your version of self-care is. Baking or cooking, journaling, yoga, volunteering. A lot of these things will not only make you feel better, give you a sense of purpose, and inspire you, but they'll recharge your batteries, and you will be able to give more to the people around you and in your life. Because when we don't recharge our batteries, we don't have the energy left to give to our kids, to our significant others, to our co-workers, the people around us, and everything starts to suffer. Our attention starts to suffer, our mental health starts to suffer, and it's just not a good way to live. That's all I really got for everybody today. Shorter video / podcast episode. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something out of it. If you did, make sure to tell a friend, pass it on, leave a review. Helps us grow, helps me share more content. If you have something you'd like me to talk about, make sure to send me a message or leave me a comment. You can connect with me on Facebook or Instagram, Justin Greathouse, GreatHouse. I'm also with Service First Retreats, so you can find us on Instagram and Facebook. I also have a Facebook group that I'd love to see you in. That's probably where I'm most active, is in my Facebook group. It's Getting Outdoors for my mental health. So would love to see you there, joining us, sharing pictures of you getting outdoors and supporting others in their journey towards mental health and mental clarity. So have a good rest of your day. Hopefully you get a chance to get outside, enjoy whatever weather you got going on, and see some nature. Have a good one.